Ever feel like you're just kind of scratching the surface of what AI can actually do?
Yeah.
You're not alone.
Right.
Abhinav, founder of FreeGym
Mm-hmm.
and the author behind the Substack, What's Eating Indian Youth.
Yeah. Yeah.
He tackles that exact feeling in his post, Why People Suck at Using AI.
I love that post.
And the crazy thing is, this guy's been educating and warning people about AI
Oh, yeah.
since 2017. And a lot of his predictions have been right on the money.
Yeah, very smart guy.
So let's dive in, shall we? See what we can learn.
Sounds good to me.
So what I found really fascinating is Abhinav really doesn't pull any punches, you know.
No, not all.
He's clearly very passionate about AI.
Yes.
And he wants us to use it to its full potential.
Absolutely.
And his post really challenges this idea that AI's limitations are like inherent to the technology.
Yeah, it's not the AI's fault.
Exactly. It's almost like
right.
we're the ones putting the ceiling on what AI can do.
Yeah.
Because we're not approaching it the right way.
Yeah, we're not giving it
Yeah.
what it needs to succeed.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
He makes this great analogy about a supercar.
Oh, yeah, I love that one.
So he says AI is like this high-powered supercar, capable of doing all these incredible things.
Yeah.
But if you don't know how to drive it properly,
Right.
you're never going to experience its full potential.
You're never going to get out of first gear.
Yeah, you'll be stuck in first gear.
Totally.
And that's kind of where I think a lot of us are right now with AI.
I think so, too.
We're stuck in first gear.
Yeah.
So what are some of the mistakes that we're making that are keeping us from shifting into a higher gear?
Well, one of the biggest mistakes that Abhinav points out is that we tend to treat AI like any other piece of technology,
Okay.
like a calculator or a spreadsheet or something.
Right. Okay, but what's wrong with that approach?
Well, it's a tool,
Yeah.
but it's a different kind of tool.
Okay.
It's more like interacting with another person.
Oh.
It has its own personality, its own quirks.
Oh, okay.
Strengths, weaknesses.
Okay, so it's not just inputting data
Yeah.
and getting an output.
Right, exactly.
We need to understand its nuances.
Yeah.
And kind of adapt our approach accordingly.
Yes, exactly. Like if you were working with a team,
Right.
you wouldn't treat every team member the exact same way.
You got to play to their strengths.
Exactly.
Right.
Adjust your communication style to get the best out of each person.
Yeah, and thinking about personalities, you wouldn't ask like the quiet, introspective person to lead a huge presentation.
Right.
Just like you wouldn't expect the super social extrovert
Totally.
to work in isolation for months at a time.
Yeah, that's a recipe for disaster.
Exactly. And it's the same with AI, right?
Totally.
We need to figure out how to work with it effectively,
Yeah.
taking into account its own unique personality.
Right.
And that's especially important when we consider another common mistake,
What's that?
focusing only on the first response.
Ah, yes.
We type in a prompt.
Right.
We get an answer and we think, okay, done.
Right, job done, move on.
But according to Abhinav, that's just the beginning.
That's just the first draft.
Yes, exactly.
You know, you got to refine it,
Yeah.
build upon it, even challenge the AI,
Push it further.
push the boundaries.
Right. So it's about taking that first response and being like, okay, this is good, but how can we make it even better?
Yeah, how can we tweak it?
How can we explore different angles?
Right, maybe there's something even better out there.
How can we really get this AI to work for us?
Exactly.
And that's where I think optimism comes in.
Right.
You know, Abhinav is a big believer in approaching AI with a hopeful, can-do attitude.
Yeah, I mean, if you're pessimistic, you're going to give up way too easily.
Yeah.
You know, and if you go in thinking AI can't do this.
Yeah, you're setting yourself up for failure.
Right. Yeah, you got to be optimistic.
But if we approach it with a sense of possibility, we're more likely to find those creative solutions.
Totally. AI is a rapidly evolving field.
Oh, absolutely.
What might seem impossible today might be totally achievable tomorrow.
Yeah, and it's often the optimists,
Right.
the ones who believe in AI's potential, that drive innovation and progress.
Those are the ones that change the world.
Exactly. So being a power user of AI, according to Abhinav, it's not just about technical skills.
No.
It's also about having the right mindset.
Yeah. I mean, you need that curiosity,
Right.
persistence, that willingness to experiment.
Yeah, and that makes me think about the qualities of a power user that he highlights.
Okay, yeah, like what?
One of them is something he calls multidisciplinary thinking.
Multidisciplinary. That's a mouthful.
It is
Yeah.
essentially being a generalist.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so what exactly does he mean by that?
Well, Abhinav himself is involved in a wide range of fields.
Athletics?
Athletics, academics, art,
Oh, man.
you name it. And he believes that this diverse background really helps him use AI more effectively.
So it's not just about being a tech whiz.
No.
It's about having this broad range of knowledge and interests.
Yes. The more you know about different fields,
Yeah.
the better you can understand its capabilities across those different domains.
Okay, so if you're someone who loves learning new things, exploring different subjects, that actually gives you an advantage when it comes to AI.
Big time. It's like having a larger vocabulary to speak to the AI with.
And he also mentions algorithmic thinking.
Yeah.
That sounds a little intimidating.
Algorithmic thinking, that's a scary term.
It does sound a little scary, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Can you break that down for us a little bit?
So algorithmic thinking, it's really not as complicated as it sounds.
Okay.
It's about breaking down problems strategically, just like an algorithm does, understanding both the big picture and the tiny details.
So it's like creating a step-by-step plan.
Right, exactly.
With AI as your partner.
Exactly. If you can deconstruct a problem into a series of steps, you can guide the AI more effectively, give it clear instructions, anticipate potential roadblocks.
So it's like giving the AI a roadmap instead of just a vague destination.
Yes, a roadmap, not just the destination.
Okay, so multidisciplinary thinking and algorithmic thinking. Those are two key qualities of AI power users.
Yeah, what's the third one?
The third one is something we already touched upon.
Okay.
And that is creative problem solving.
That how can I make this work attitude.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The how can I make this work attitude that he talks about.
That's the one. It's about being persistent.
Yeah.
Curious.
Yeah.
Always searching for a way to make AI work.
Yeah.
Even in situations where it seems impossible.
It's almost like that supercar analogy again, right?
Right.
A skilled driver can take that car off-road, drift it through corners, do all these maneuvers that most people wouldn't even dream of.
It's about pushing the limits.
It's about pushing the limits of what's possible.
And a power user of AI can leverage its capabilities in ways that others might never imagine.
Right. They're not just using AI to write emails or summarize articles.
Right. It's not just the basic stuff.
They're using it to brainstorm new ideas.
Solve complex problems.
Solve complex problems.
Unlock new levels of creativity.
So these power users are seeing AI as more than just a tool.
Yeah.
They're seeing it as a partner, a collaborator.
An extension of their own mind.
Almost like an extension of their own mind.
Exactly. And that's where things get really exciting.
Yeah.
Collaborating with AI.
Yeah.
Not just using it.
It's leveraging its strengths.
Right.
To enhance our own abilities.
Yes.
And achieve things that we could never do alone.
Exactly. And it's not just limited to text-based AI either.
Right.
Abhinav talks about the multimodal future.
Exploring AI's potential with audio, images, videos.
That's right. He encourages us to think beyond just text.
Yeah.
And explore the vast possibilities in different mediums.
Yeah. Imagine using AI to compose music.
Create art.
Design entire virtual worlds.
Yeah, the possibilities are really endless.
That's mind-blowing.
It is.
But it's also incredibly inspiring.
Yeah, for sure.
But it can also feel a bit overwhelming.
A little bit.
Where do we even begin?
Right. Where do you start?
What are some practical steps that we can take to level up our AI game?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
And that's what we're going to talk about next.
Perfect.
Yeah.
All right. We'll be back after a quick break.
Sounds good. So the first step, Abhinav suggests integrating AI into your daily routine.
Okay, so instead of just like pulling it out for like a specific project or whatever, we should be thinking about incorporating it into like everything we do.
Exactly. The more you use AI, the more intuitive it becomes.
Right. It becomes second nature.
Right. It's like learning a new language. Right. The more you speak it, the more fluent you become.
The easier it is.
Right. And as you become more fluent in AI, you start to see its potential in areas you might not even have considered before.
Okay. So it's about making it a natural part of your workflow.
Yes.
Not just an occasional tool that you pull out of the drawer.
Not just gathering dust in the corner.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And don't limit yourself to just one type of task.
No.
Abhinav emphasizes the importance of experimenting across different domains.
That's right. Try using AI for creative writing.
Okay.
Data analysis, brainstorming, even coding.
So it's about pushing our own boundaries.
Yeah.
as well as the AI's boundaries, right?
Precisely. By experimenting across those different domains, you get a better understanding of AI's quirks and capabilities in various contexts.
It's like test driving that supercar.
Right.
On different terrains.
Exactly.
Right. You learn how it handles.
Let's see what it can do.
Smooth highways, winding mountain roads, bumpy off-road trails.
Exactly. Put it through its paces.
You got to put it through its paces.
Yeah.
And speaking of exploring different options, Abhinav also recommends experimenting with different AI models and tools.
That's right. Don't just stick to one.
Right.
Branch out.
He specifically mentions ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, Llama, Perplexity, Mistral, and Pi.
That's quite the list.
It's like having a whole toolbox
of
AI tools at your disposal.
It is, and each tool has its own strengths and weaknesses.
Right, so ChatGPT might be better for generating, creative content.
Right.
But something else might be better at data analysis.
Exactly.
Or research.
You wouldn't use a hammer to screw in a screw.
You wouldn't use a Phillips head to try and turn a flathead screw.
Right. Exactly.
Right.
You choose the right tool for the job.
The right tool for the job.
Yep. Same with AI.
Okay, so we've talked about integrating AI into our daily routines, experimenting across different domains, exploring different AI tools. What else can we do to level up our AI game?
Well, Abhinav is also really big on mastering the art of prompting.
Okay.
He says the better the prompt, the better the result you'll get from the AI.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But it's easier said than done.
It can be a bit tricky.
Right.
Yeah.
What are some tips for crafting effective prompts?
It's all about clarity and specificity.
Okay.
Instead of giving the AI a vague instruction like, write me a poem.
Yeah.
Try being more specific. Tell it what kind of poem you want, what themes to explore, even what style you prefer.
So it's like giving the AI a detailed blueprint instead of just like a rough sketch.
Exactly. The more information you give it, the better it can understand what you want and deliver the results you're looking for. And this is where that algorithmic thinking comes in handy.
Right. If you can break down a problem or a task into a series of steps, you can create those more effective prompts that can guide the AI through those steps.
Precisely.
Okay.
And remember, prompting is an iterative process.
Okay.
Don't be afraid to experiment, refine your instructions, and see what works best.
It's trial and error.
It is.
Right?
Yeah.
We're constantly learning and improving in our understanding of AI, but also our ability to communicate with it effectively.
Exactly. It's a two-way street.
And that brings us back to becoming a Renaissance thinker.
Right.
Embracing that generalist mindset that Abhinav believes is so crucial in this AI-powered world.
It's all about being curious, exploring different fields, and constantly expanding your knowledge base.
The more we know about the world, the better we can leverage AI's capabilities across different domains.
Right.
And come up with truly innovative solutions.
And don't forget that sense of wonder and possibility.
Right.
That what-if attitude.
We shouldn't be afraid to think outside the box, to experiment and to challenge the boundaries of what we think AI can achieve.
Absolutely. And of course, we need to stay updated,
Yeah.
Keep up with the latest developments in AI. Learn from others in the field.
AI is constantly evolving.
Oh, absolutely.
New tools are coming out all the time.
New techniques, new breakthroughs.
It's a very exciting time to be involved in this space.
It really is.
Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground in terms of how to become a power user of AI.
Yeah.
But let's shift gears a bit and talk about Abhinav's perspective on the future of AI.
Okay, yeah.
He calls AI the most transformative and foundational technology in human history.
Bold statement.
It is.
What makes him so confident?
What makes him so confident about AI's impact?
Well, he believes that AI will fundamentally change the way we live and work and interact with the world.
So it's not just about automating tasks.
Right. It's bigger than that.
It's about augmenting human intelligence.
Yeah, enabling us to achieve things that we never thought possible before.
So it's not AI replacing humans.
Yeah.
It's about humans and AI working together.
Working together.
To create something even greater than either could achieve alone.
A true partnership.
Right. He sees AI as a partner, a collaborator that can help us solve complex problems, unlock creativity, and drive innovation.
Across every field imaginable.
Right. It's like having this incredible superpower at our disposal.
Yeah.
But one that requires responsibility, understanding, and a willingness to learn and adapt.
You can't just use it willy-nilly.
Exactly.
You got to be smart about it.
Right, and Abhinav stresses that this transformation is already happening.
Oh, yeah.
Even if we don't always realize it.
Right under our noses.
Yeah, AI is being integrated into everything.
Healthcare, finance, education.
It's everywhere.
It's everywhere, and it's only going to grow.
It's like the internet in the early days.
Right.
People knew it was going to be big, but they couldn't have imagined the profound impact that it would actually have.
Right. It's hard to predict the future.
And I think AI is going to be even bigger.
Oh, for sure.
So that's why it's so important to stay informed.
Stay engaged.
To be a part of this conversation.
Yeah.
And help shape the future of AI in a positive way.
Absolutely. And I think that's where Abhinav's message of empowerment really resonates.
Right.
You know, by embracing AI, learning how to use it effectively, we can unlock our own potential and create a better future.
For ourselves.
For ourselves.
And for generations to come.
And for generations to come.
It's about taking control of this powerful technology and steering it towards a future that benefits all of humanity.
Exactly. So we've talked about the mistakes people make when using AI, the qualities of power users, and practical steps to level up our AI game.
But what about those who are just starting their AI journey?
Yeah, the newbies.
What advice does Abhinav have for them?
That's a good question, and that's what we're going to cover next. He emphasizes patience.
Oh.
You know, AI is iterative.
Right.
So don't expect perfection right out of the gate.
Okay.
It's a process of experimenting with those prompts, refining instructions, tweaking your approach.
So it's okay if we're not experts right away?
No, not at all.
Okay, good.
It's a journey.
It's a learning process.
It is. Think of it like learning a musical instrument.
Okay.
You wouldn't expect to pick up a guitar.
Yeah.
And play like Jimi Hendrix on your first try, right?
Absolutely not.
You'd start with the basics, practice regularly, and gradually improve over time.
And it's the same with AI. Right.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's a skill that develops with practice and experimentation.
And you're going to make mistakes along the way.
Oh, absolutely.
But that's okay.
Right.
As long as you learn from them.
Yeah, you got to learn from your mistakes.
In fact, Abhinav believes that those mistakes can be valuable learning opportunities.
Oh, interesting.
Each error helps us understand its limitations, refine our prompts, and ultimately become better collaborators.
So it's like a feedback loop. It is, yeah. AI gives us an output, we analyze it, adjust our approach, give it a more refined input, leading to a better outcome next time.
Exactly.
Okay, that makes sense.
It's a dance.
And it's through that process that we not only improve our own AI skills, but also deepen our understanding of the technology itself.
Exactly. You learn by doing.
So I know AI models are trained on massive amounts of data.
Oh, yeah.
And sometimes that data can reflect existing biases in society.
Yeah, that's a valid concern.
How do we navigate that?
Well, Abhinav cautions against taking AI's responses at face value.
Okay.
You know, it's crucial to be aware of potential biases.
Yeah.
Fact check the information.
Just like we would with any other source.
Exactly. Don't believe everything you read.
So critical thinking is key.
Oh, absolutely.
We can't just blindly accept what the AI tells us.
No, question it, verify it, use your own judgment.
Okay, so AI is a powerful tool, but it's still just a tool.
It's a means to an end.
Right, and it's up to us to use it responsibly.
Responsibly.
And ethically, keeping in mind its limitations.
And that brings us back to Abhinav's point. AI is a tool, not a replacement.
It's not about handing over the reins.
No.
Completely.
You're still in control.
It's about collaboration.
Right. Using your knowledge and experience to guide it.
Like having a super smart assistant.
Yeah.
But one that still needs direction and feedback.
You're not a captain of the ship.
Right. Exactly.
Well, you just have a really smart first mate.
We bring our creativity and critical thinking and our human insights to the table.
And AI provides you with the tools to enhance those abilities.
And Abhinav reminds us that different AI tools serve different purposes.
It's like a chef.
Yeah.
Different knives for different tasks.
Okay.
Got to have the right tool for the job.
So exploring those different AI models and tools is essential.
Absolutely. Figure out what works best for you.
This has been a really fascinating deep dive into Abhinav's insights.
I agree.
On AI.
He makes you think.
He really does. And I'm walking away with this renewed sense of excitement and possibility.
Good.
AI is clearly a transformative force.
It is.
And it's up to us to learn how to wield it wisely.
You got it.
It's like being handed this magic wand.
Yeah.
But one that requires skill, responsibility, and a constant desire to learn.
And improve.
And Abhinav's post really gives us that roadmap for that journey.
It does, a great starting point.
It's not about becoming AI experts overnight.
Right, take your time.
It's about embracing the learning process.
Yeah.
Experimenting, being curious, and remembering that the real limit is often not the technology,
but ourselves.
But our own imagination and willingness to push boundaries.
Exactly.
So if you're ready to level up your AI game,
yeah,
become a power user and shape the future of this technology.
This transformative technology.
We encourage you to check out Abhinav's Substack.
What's Eating Indian Youth?
You'll find a wealth of insights there, practical advice, and thought-provoking perspectives.
A great resource.
Remember, the future of AI isn't something that happens to us.
Right.
It's something we create together.
We all have a role to play.
So let's embrace the challenge.
Yeah.
Explore the possibilities.
Absolutely.
And build a future where AI empowers us all.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.
My pleasure.
Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep pushing those boundaries
of
what's possible with AI.
Onward and upward.